Alright, my project for right now is going to be making off-grid pizza, which means off-grid pizza crust comes first. So, I've got, sitting out here, I've got warm water right here. There's my yeast, flour, over there is salt, and I've got oil. It's just corn oil because I'm out of olive oil. And I've got sugar sitting off to the side, so it's over there, and I'll get it out. And then after I get done, well, I'll put the recipe I'm using, and I'm kind of making this up as I go along. Anyway, I'll put the recipe in the description box down below. So here we go. I'm going to be using the original recipe that I read online calls for like 3.5 cups of flour, and that makes 2 crusts. Well, I only want 1, so I'm going to be using probably 1.5 cups. This is fresh flour. Make sure things do better. This is just all-purpose flour. It's what I always use for bread. So I don't want to put that in there first. Well, it won't matter, because this isn't a bread machine recipe, so. Now I've got 2/3 of a cup of water. Let me go ahead and get, and I use instant yeast, so I don't have to worry about proofing it. Put about 1/2 teaspoon of salt in it. And about 1 teaspoon of sugar. No, these aren't measuring spoons. Bread's pretty forgiving. If you've got everything else pretty much right, it's pretty forgiving on this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and put the yeast in it. I'm putting 1 teaspoon of yeast. Let me get a measuring spoon for the oil. And I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of oil. Pizza crust needs to be not as fluffy as bread. It's okay if it's a little chewy. So 1 tablespoon of oil in there will work. And then I'm going to start adding the water. I'm always lacking something. Everything's close at hand in this little bitty house. This is not my tiny cabin that I'm going to be moving into, but I want to practice some of these skills before we get over there. Just going to stir it around in here. Add a little water as I go. See, it's not pulling together yet. Bowl's probably entirely too big, but it'll have to do this time. I've got several of these. I got them, oh my word, probably 30 years ago at a flea market. They're not those big heavy ones like you see now, but you know what? These things work, so I don't care about anything else about it. It's just fine the way it is. I'll have to knead this dough, and what I will do is knead it right here in this bowl. starts coming away from the sides. I'll just knead it in the bowl and add a little oil to it, less than I did the last time I did anything like this. Just enough oil to keep it from sticking and to the sides, and letting it rise and not dry out. Just adding water about a tablespoonful at a time. Get it all off a spoon so it'll mix in there good. All right, I think I'm ready to knead it. As you knead it, it will become more cohesive. And the flour being a dry product, actually absorbs the water and the oil and everything. The yeast will grow. There's just enough sugar to help it grow, and using warm water helps it grow, brings it alive. There, it's pulling together now, a little bit at a time. Your bread dough, your pizza dough, anything like that you make, dinner rolls, should have just enough dryness to them that they don't stick too much. I mean, this is sticking a little bit, but the more I work it, the less it's sticking. Starting to spring a little bit. I hope this is going to fit what I'm wanting to put it in. I don't know. I'm trying to make up my mind whether I want to use a Dutch oven or just an iron skillet to make this pizza. I'll need to probably bake the dough first, then brush oil on it, and then add my toppings. And so it's going to be kind of like one of those what fresh, I don't remember what they're called. The ones you buy at the grocery store that are it's already a baked pizza dough, and you just put toppings.